So in this video, guys, I want to show you a really nice route combination that gets over the top to about 45 yards on a crosser, 15 yards on an out, and a flat pattern so that you can attack those double Mable coverage no matter what they set their zones to.
All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
So in this video, guys, we're going to be looking at a play that comes out of the gun tight Y off. It's called PA Ghost Slot Cross, as you can see on the bottom of the audibles. Now, this play is able to be found in the Cincinnati Bengals playbook. It's something I was labbing when I went ahead and started using Ghost's newest game plan on our website, which breaks down in really nice tight tight slots, halfback weak formation that he's currently running. Now, if you guys don't know Ghost, he's one of the best Madden players in the world. He's a belt winner, won the club championship a few years ago, and basically is revered as one of the best offensive players year in and year out. I was able to lab with him and really kind of get into his mind of how he runs his offense. And it's really, really good stuff, guys. It's something that, every time you see a pro put out something, it's almost like you want to run it so that you can kind of understand, how they're playing. And him and I actually went ahead and labbed together red zone offense to be able to be used for not only his game plan, but the game plan that I use in the Chiefs in order to have a similar formation to be able to go ahead and use basically inside the 10. Madden, when it comes to red zone, the 10-yard line is more of the tough part to score rather than inside the 20. Now, this play itself is kind of one of those that I fell in love with when I was in the Bengals playbook. And the reason why, it's going to give you an option to basically have 3 levels of routes to beat zones, right? And all we have to do, it's real simple, is put the B on a fade and then motion over the X. Now, the reason why this is so good is that if you just look at the A, the B, and the X, this is a flood concept. Real simple, right? You see this a lot. Gun Bunch has a nice flood that a lot of people use, and really attacks 2 different levels of zones, right? If people are playing a low zone, you're going to be able to hit the X, right? I'll just show you that real quick. This is just basically a simple high-low, meaning that if they go down, you're going to be able to hit this. And that's simple, right? If somebody's playing, over the top coverage to where they're playing a little bit deeper, then what they're going to do is they're going to be playing the X receiver, and then you throw it to the A. It's kind of a simple concept. I'll just go ahead and show it to you here. I really like this flat route because it allows you to wait all the way to the sidelines to throw, because it continues to get there and it doesn't run like speed over there. And see, if I just want to wait, I can throw it to him a little bit more. And now I got myself 7 or 8 yards, right? So that's a simple high-low concept. What people do in order to combat that is basically do what we call stack zones, or a lot of people call it Mable coverage, right? Where this guy has a 0 to 5 yard area where he's going to cover, right? He's going to cover that initial flat by that tight end. Now, this player over here that they're going to put, typically they're going to do is they put them, I'll just put in a curl flat so you can see it. They're going to put them between, depending on what you're running, but between 15 and 25 yards, right? That's usually what people do. If they're really worried about a deep crosser, they'll put them at 30. But so if you look at this, if you go 15 yards to 20 yards, right, it's right about this area, you're going to see that when we move this player over, this route is going to be underneath it, right? And that's what's really nice and why people use a lot of the play flood in the bunch, is because of the fact that this route does get underneath it, and you can see how it's going to be able to hit that pretty easily. Now, what's nice about this Beasley route, right? Beasley right here runs this. This actually gets to the sidelines at the 25-yard line, right in the middle of that positive play logo over there on the right-hand side. So if I was to move this guy to the 30, which is the max spot that they can run it, right? You're still got 15 yards worth of yards behind him that he's got to retract once the ball's thrown. And, basically he's got to get all the way back here, and it just doesn't happen, right? So, because he's going to be right here at this 40-yard line is, a lot of times he's like right over here. And a lot of times, actually, he's just still kind of getting back. And now he's got to retreat at a deeper level, right? So because of that, we've got the ability to, no matter what they put on their depths, be able to beat them over the top. So I'm going to show you that route right now just so you can see it. And you can kind of just go over the routes with me. I'm going to put this B on a fade. He's supposed to be on a fade. Okay, so it's just like this. So X on out, He's already on that out. We motioned him over. Be on the fade is all we have to change. So we're going to look at this. We're going to look at, could we have hit the tight end? Could we have the X? Now we're going to wait here for this Y. And you're going to see how we're going to be able to throw this ball right over here, over the top of the other player, but underneath. That fade is going to hold the player. But we don't want to hold that corner too far to the outside. That's why we put him on the fade. And we don't want to go have that player go too far to the inside, because then he's going to play the Y a little bit more. So the fade is a perfect route that you're going to be able to, go ahead and pull that. And you're going to see here that you can throw this even earlier if you want, and you're still going to have that ability to throw it. It's just one of those routes, like when it comes to depth of crossing routes, this is really not a post, and it's really not a crosser in the traditional Madden routes type of look. It's just really a deep over route, right? It's going to be something that they're going to be able to, be able to hit. So I was using this last night. I was telling you it was a headache. People could not play Mable Coverage. They couldn't play, they had to get out of cover 3 altogether. Let's just put it that way, because there was really nothing that was doing. What they were end up doing, to be honest, is they were taking, after I ran this a bunch of times, just to kind of see what people would adjust to, they were setting this guy at 15 so that he could stop the out. They were setting this guy at 0 to 5 to stop that. Then they were taking this guy and they were manually covering him across the field, right? So what I did to change that up, I have, the master when it comes to running back master or whatever it's called on my running back, so I can put him on a flat. But then I was just putting my tight end on a delay fade. And what I was doing is basically kind of showing that if you're going to cover that guy, nobody's going to be in the middle of the field. And I was just throwing it to delay fade. So it's kind of like one of those, back and forth type of who's going to, do whatever last, right? So you can see here that the delay fade comes up down the field. This time he delayed a little bit quicker than he should, but you're going to notice how we're still going to get that player over the field. Now, if you wanted to, and you don't want to do the delay fade, just put your running back on some type of like curl route in the middle of the field. So that way, if they go ahead and this is their answer to it, which honestly, there's not much of an answer to this. I'm going to try to do this with 2 controllers here, but I'm going to run with this player this way. Now you're going to see that this guy is going to be in the middle of the field. Obviously, I missed it with my 2 hands, but that's basically how it all ends up. Like if you're just trying to stop one play and you've got to do all that to stop one play, it's going to open up your whole offense. So this is definitely a play to kind of look at and say, if you're going to play a certain style defense, which let's be honest, a lot of people are running this style defense, then I'm going to make you pay for it and make you play into something that you may not want yourself to be into. Now, another thing about this is when we move this guy over, we now have a 4-by-1 formation. So what does that mean, right? If somebody was to call something like cover, the cover 4 match that's in this 3-3-5 wide, you're going to get the same results, right? The cover 4 show 2. I'm going to go ahead and pick this, and I'm going to move this guy over. We now have a 4-by-1, which basically, again, what I mean by that is the match isn't going to trigger. So you're going to see here again, X is going to be open, and you're going to have that ability to really just, make them get frustrated to find out what is the answer. And typically the answer is just manually covering that guy, and then we just do the next step. And then we just add things based upon what they're doing. So try to look at this play. I know you're going to like it. It's definitely something that can pair very well with Ghost's game plan. Check that out if you guys haven't already. $9.95 gives you every game plan on our website. We do have a second tier if you guys are interested in looking at that with some more perks. So definitely look at both of those options. But if you're just looking to, start and be able to jump in and see how you like our content, go with the $9.95 option. Go ahead and check us out, and then you can always upgrade from there. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.